said, quit it. Leave the kids alone. J.D. Vance is himself a creature of this extremely online right-wing underworld. One wonders what's in his chats, where he gained notoriety last year for following lots of white supremacist accounts, including a self-proclaimed historian who praised Hitler and claimed that Winston Churchill was the chief villain of World War II. He still follows those accounts to this day, and maybe he just likes to read widely. Today, Vice President J.D. Vance did the thing that he always does. It's the, oh, just get over it approach.
By focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats. If you put something in a group chat, assume that some scumbag is going to leak it in an effort to try to cause you harm or cause your family harm. But the reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do.
That's what kids do. Kids, young boys tell edgy jokes. Now, just to be clear, the members of the Young Republicans are not 9 years old, and they are not 15 or 16. In fact, they range in age from 18 to 40. J.D. Vance is 41. The people in this chat weren't young boys. They weren't kids. They were career Republican political operatives in their mid-20s and mid-30s, otherwise known as adults or grown-ups or fully formed moral agents responsible for their actions. Like Peter Junta, he's one of them. Until today, he was the chief of staff for New York Republican state legislator Michael Riley. Junta worked for the assemblyman for 5 years. When the chair of the Arizona Young Republicans asked if the New Yorkers in the chat were watching an NBA playoff game, Junta responded, "I'd go to the zoo if I wanted to watch monkey play ball." Not a child. Not a young kid, a grown man. And again, he chose to say that. That's his right in America. You can say that. He also ridiculed black people, Indian women, female and non-white pilots, and wrote, quote, "I love Hitler." He threatened that anyone who voted against him in an upcoming election is, quote, going to the gas chamber. Again, J.D. Vance thinks he's a young boy or a kid and that these are edgy jokes. Junta has since been fired. He has also apologized, said the chats were released by a rival as part of character assassination. Then you've got William Hendricks, that's the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair. At 24, he was one of the youngest chat members. Again, 24, grown adult. Now, Politico says Hendricks used variations of the N-word more than a dozen times in those chats. Hendrick also used an anti-gay slur, deployed racist expressions we won't repeat here. He was also a full-time communications assistant for Kansas Republican Attorney General Chris Kobach until he was fired yesterday. Hendricks didn't return Politico's request for comment. These guys are not alone. Other members include a sitting Vermont state senator. Turns out you can't elect little boys to be a state senator. This state senator suggested in the chat that non-white women didn't bathe. And a Catholic high school counselor who responded to a gas chamber remark with the retort, quote, "I'm ready to watch people burn now." She has since lost her job as a counselor. Again, these are the people J.D. Vance went to bat for today. Adults, grown-ups, people who work in politics. The whole point here is to send the message from J.D. Vance. This behavior is good, fine, actually encouraged. It's part of what defines you as part of this in-group, like being an edgy edgelord who makes offensive jokes. That it will be defended by Republicans in the absolute highest offices, not by Democrats like New York Governor Kathy Hochul, who we'll be hearing from later in the show.
Some bad apples. These are the future of the Republican Party. This was so vile. It is hard to find the words to